Hello everyone and welcome. This is Chloe from Cousin DIY. Today we are going to make sunflower earrings out of seed beads. It may look a bit complicated, but it's really quite easy. You'll be using a needle and thread for this project. Let me get set up and I'll be right back. Now that I'm set up, let's get started. First, you want to cut a 30-inch length of heavyweight thread. I'm using white thread. And if you have thread wax, you can run your thread through the thread wax like this a couple times. That conditions your thread and helps prevent it from tangling and makes it easier to glide through the beads, but it's optional. It's not really necessary. Next, we're going to open this big eye beading needle and thread onto the needle. I have separated out 3 colors of seed beads and loaded them onto head pins and eye pins just for convenience. I would highly recommend that you do this first. I have 12 black seed beads loaded on that head pin. I'm just going to slide them off and load them onto my needle and thread. Hold them down near the end of the thread, leaving a bit of a tail, and then turn it around, and I'm going to come back through those seed beads in the opposite direction, like that. Oops. Let's try that again. I'm going to come back through, leaving a tail. I'm going to come back through in the opposite direction. This time I'll hold that short little tail so I don't pull the beads off from it. And we're going to snug that up. And we're going to tie these beads together to form a circle. I'm going to make a double or triple knot. I want to make sure these are held really secure. That's pretty secure. And then I'm going to trim the tail. Next, I'm going to load 5 yellow seed beads onto my needle. Slide them down. I'm going to skip a black bead and go through the next black bead. I'm going to repeat this step going all the way around my black circle. Load 5. Skip a black bead and go through the next. There, now we have the base of our sunflower petals. It's helpful to grasp all of them between your thumb and forefinger here. Once we've made our way all the way around, we're going to come up through these two a little tricky at first to get started. These two yellows. Then we're going to load on 3 yellows. Skip a yellow and come back down through the next yellow. Now we're going to load on 1 green seed bead. Then we're going to come across here and we're going to go through, we're going to skip the first, come through the second, add another 3, skip 1 and come back down through the next one. Then we'll add another green seed bead and we're going to repeat this until we've made our way all around the sunflower. Now that I've made my way all the way around, I'm going to go through the next 2 yellow seed beads. And I'm going to pick up 10 green seed beads. We're going to start forming the stem. So there's 5, when I find that there's a seed bead that's really small or larger than the other ones, smaller or larger than the other ones, I'm going to set it aside. As I've mentioned before, seed beads can be a little irregular in size and shape. Slide these up. Now we're going to turn it around and go back. We're going to skip the first 3 and then we're going to go through the 4th and 5th and pull our needle and thread through. Next, we're going to pick up 9 green, 9 more green. Let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Slide those on, and we're going to go back again, and we're going to skip the first 3 and go through the 4th and the 5th. Why is that? What's happening here? Next, we're going to pick up 6 greeny beads. There's 5, 6. We're going to skip 3 and we're going to go back through 4, 5, and 6. And at this point, we're going to go back through those 3. We're going to work our way back up the stem. Tightening as we go. Don't want any big gaps to show between beads. And then I'm going to go through these. Then I'm going to go through all but the last green, and you'll notice I have some needle nose pliers. When you start getting lots of layers of thread in these beads, they can be handy to help you pull your needle through. Now we're going to load on one more green. And we're going to go through that next yellow, and we're going to work our way. We're going to go through that yellow and the next 2. We're working our way back towards the black circle in the middle of our sunflower. Now I'm going to enter that black circle. I'm going to go through these 3, and my goal is to make it just opposite the stem. At this point, I'm going to pick up 3 black seed beads. And then I'm going to come around and I'm going to go back through that top yellow seed bead again. And this is going to be where we hang our ear wire on the earring. Now we've got our earring complete. The next step is to take this thread and work your way back down through these beads. And we're going to go back around the circle, the black circle in the middle again. We're just going to be working our thread through a lot of beads to secure it. Once you've made it all the way back around the middle circle of black beads, whoops, come on. Does not do as I say, not as I do. Here we go. Now we're going to go through a few of the yellow beads. We're just trying to, I'll go through one more black bead. You can see how these needle nose pliers come in handy. Then I'm going to go through some yellow beads. Now we can take our scissors and just trim that tail off. The last thing to do is to attach our ear wire. So For that, we need an ear wire and a 4mm jump ring. First step is to open our jump ring. And we're going to bring that jump ring through this middle black bead at the top of our sunflower. And through the bottom loop of an ear wire, and then close it. And our sunflower earring is complete. There you go. Next, I'm going to make the matching earring, and I'll be right back. There. Now we have a pair of matching sunflower earrings. Let me try them on. If you make a pair of sunflower earrings, we'd love for you to share them with us on Instagram at #CreateWithCousin. Thanks for joining us today. See you soon. Bye.